Hey everybody, today we're going to show you how to complete the Sabotage quest here in Star Wars Outlaws, so let's jump into it. So the first thing we need to do is make our way to the northeastern side of the Toshara planet to the Miragana city, and we need to speak with the Hutt enforcer, who is going to be located over in the McCall's gambling parlor on the western side of the city map. You can see that location here. You can take the fast travel to get over here pretty quickly. But once you're inside the parlor, all you're going to do is come over here to the left side. There's going to be a guy leaning up against a wall. We're going to speak with him. It's going to give us a little bit of dialogue. And then once the dialogue ends, the quest will begin and we'll be able to move on to the next step. Now for step number 2, we're going to make our way to the far southwestern side of the planet, down here to the western side of the Lost Steppe region. You can see we're going to follow this pathway right here all the way up to the mountain to where you can see our arrow. And at the end of that pathway, there's going to be a rock wall that you can climb, which you can see right here in front of us. So just follow that path all the way to the mountain, climb up to the top of the rock wall here. And once we make it up top, we're going to be able to grapple onto the ledge that's right here in front of us. So we'll grapple onto this and work our way to the next level. And then once you make it up top here, there's going to be one more wall here in front of us that we need to climb up. And once you make it to the top, we're going to stay to the left and we're going to follow this pathway all the way through this tunnel and past the giant tree that's on the other side. So if we just stay to the left here, we can go all the way out here to this cliffside. And as you get closer, you're going to find Verrick's contact. Now, all you need to do is speak with the contact. You'll get a little bit of dialogue. And then after the dialogue ends, you're going to have to pick up an item, which is going to be right here on this crate. So go ahead and pick this up. And once you have that item, we'll be able to move on to the next step. Now, the next step of this quest is going to require us to head to the Pike poaching station on the far southwestern side of the planet. There is a fast travel here. If you have it, you can take it. But once you make your way down here, keep in mind there will be several enemies in this area. The easiest way to do this is to go through and clear them all out, make it a little bit easier to do the quest. If not, you'll just have to be really stealthy. We're going to climb the rock wall here. There will be 2 enemies by this tree. You can sneak by them or take them out. And then what we're going to do is climb the 3 rocks over here. Now, once you're up top, all we're going to do is go into the door that's directly in front of us, as we need to gather a key card that's inside. So we can override the lock here, make our way in. And then once you're inside, you want to turn to the left and we're going to go right over here to this table. And on this table will be the operations building key card, which is what we're going to use to get inside. We're going to go out the back door and make our way into the main building at the top. Again, there will be 3 or 4 enemies guarding the door, so you can take them out or sneak by them. But once you're by, you can just use the key card to get inside. Then we're going to go into the room in the back left. Now, once you're inside, you'll see a hologram on the table. You just want to interact with the hologram and that'll cue a cutscene. And during this cutscene, you'll get an option you can see here on your screen. One will be to refuse and finish the job, or to double cross the Hutts. This is personal preference. I chose to refuse and finish the job. That will continue a little bit more of the cutscene and you'll end up with a little shootout here with the contact. This is pretty easy. You can take them out pretty quickly, and then make sure that you turn around once you're done and pick up the hollow puck that's on the table. Now, once you have that hollow puck, the next thing we need to do is make our way downstairs in this building, which is pretty simple. We're just going to go to the other side of the room and go through this door here in the back, which you will find a staircase. We're going to follow that all the way down and go into the room on the right. And once we're inside, we're going to have 1 single enemy in here. You can be loud if you want, or you can sneak up behind them and take them out. But regardless, once this enemy is handled, we can then sabotage right here, which will cue another cutscene. Now, after this cutscene, we're going to make a lot of noise and we're going to have to escape. And to do that, what we're going to do is come right over here to this window and we're going to send Nyx to go open this door. So you'll see he'll go back there, turn the power on. That'll open the door and lead us directly to a ladder to escape through the rooftop. So we'll climb the ladder. We're going to have a vent here. We're going to need to override the lock. You can go ahead and do that. Once you do, it'll open up. We can go inside and it will then again lead us to another ladder. And this is going to take us all the way up to the top. So once we get to the top here, we can climb up and that will cue one more cutscene. And once we're on the roof, there will be an explosion, and the last part of this step is just to escape the area. Now, if you've already taken out all the enemies in this area before doing the quest, this part will be pretty easy. If not, you just want to be stealthy, but you don't have to go too far. You just need to get far enough away for the little leave the facility on the top right of your screen to check mark off. And once it does, you'll get some dialogue on your screen and you'll be able to move on to the final step. For the final step of this quest, we're going to make our way over to the Jaunta's Hope settlement, which is on the western side of the grazing fields. You can see that location here. We can open up Jaunta's Hope map, and all we're going to do is make our way to the diner, which will be right here in the middle. And we're going to be standing in front of it to show you what it looks like. But this is going to be the diner right here. All you need to do is go through the doors and go to the left back corner, where there's going to be a guy sitting at a table. We're going to interact with him. It's going to cue the final cutscene. And then after the cutscene ends, you'll get your reward and the Sabotage quest will be complete. This is going to be how to complete the Sabotage quest here in Star Wars Outlaws. Hopefully this video helps some of you guys out. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.